Disney owns Pixar, Marvel, Lucasfilm, and a ton of other film and TV properties. Are they about to expand more into the video game realm with a purchase of EA? I'm Troy from Arcs on Games, and today we're talking about Disney looking into buying one of the biggest video game studios out there. Now, on with the story. The link to the article I'm covering can be found in the video description. Disney reportedly has interest in purchasing Electronic Arts. Disney CEO Bob Iger is said to be receiving encouragement to buy EA. A new report has claimed that the Walt Disney Company has a potential interest in purchasing video game publisher Electronic Arts. In recent years, EA and Disney have worked somewhat closely with one another, primarily thanks to Star Wars, which EA at one point had the exclusive rights to develop games based on the property. And although this is no longer the case, it sounds like Disney may now be looking to get more heavily involved with games by proxy of buying EA. According to Bloomberg, those close to Disney CEO Bob Iger are pushing for a transformation of the company. In this pursuit, it has been suggested that Disney become more entrenched in the video game industry, which it currently doesn't have much of a direct involvement with.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
To do this, some are said to be suggesting that Iger look to buy Electronic Arts, which would give Disney a stronger foothold in the gaming market than ever before. Iger himself is said to be non-committal about the idea, though, which makes it sound like he isn't fully on board with this plan. So instead of improving on their current products, they're going to just buy another company that does make money?
Not a great plan.
That's such a damn Disney move. Improve upon ourselves? Give the customers what they want? Blasphemy!
Am I so out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong.
We've got to keep pumping out shit. The sewage pipe never stops. So let's just buy up another property that's currently making money from the plebeians. It is ironic, however, that the video game company that they're looking to buy is one of the most ragged on in the industry for their massive amounts of in-game microtransactions. Yet again, that's so Disney. But back to the article. So just how unlikely is it that Disney would actually buy Electronic Arts? Well, it's hard to say. As we've seen over the past decade, acquisitions have become somewhat common, and billions of dollars have changed hands as companies like Activision, Bethesda, Bungie, Oculus, and Zynga have all been snatched up. Consolidation in the video game industry doesn't seem like it's going to slow down anytime soon either, which means that a company like Electronic Arts would probably sell for the right price. Even though Disney has had a rough go of things lately, it also surely has the cash on hand to buy EA if it decides that it wanted to. I crap on Disney a lot, but for those that are unaware, Warner Bros. Discovery has been running deep in the red for years at this point. But what's the one division of WBD that still makes money? Their gaming division. No matter what the hell the movies and series and TV stations and streaming platforms are doing for WBD, Warner Bros. Games always rakes in the money. And because of that, they're never going to consider selling that department off. Maybe Disney is thinking that they can do the same thing. Their films have been losing money for the past few years at this point. Their streaming service is a money-losing bust. With people cutting out cable, I'm sure Disney Channel isn't doing so hot either. Park attendance is way down, but what else can you possibly make money on? I know! Video games! Let's get back to the article. What other gaming publishers could Disney acquire? Given their working history, Electronic Arts is definitely the company most likely to be bought by Disney. EA also has quite a diverse catalog between its sports properties like FIFA and Madden, its multiplayer titles with Apex Legends and Battlefield, and its acclaimed single-player projects with Dead Space and Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Even though EA has received flack from many in the past, it's a well-rounded publisher that has a lot going on right at the moment. Outside of EA, the other biggest publishers in the video game industry that are still independent include Take-Two Interactive and Ubisoft. Take-Two is the most valuable of the two companies here, primarily because it owns the Grand Theft Auto franchise, which continues to rake in tons of money annually. Ubisoft has also been a successful publisher in the past, although it has also struggled to find its footing in recent years. Yeah, Ubisoft is always in the news for major delays or straight-up cancellations of titles. Take-Two is a pretty good company, although they're another one for being super cagey about what they're releasing and when, unless it's an annual title. I really don't see Disney partnering with either one of them, though. In my opinion, EA is the safest bet if you're gonna pick one, especially like the article says, because they're the most well-rounded and have their fingers in more pies than anybody else. Wrapping up the article, however, in Japan, there are a number of other publishers such as Nintendo, Bandai Namco, Capcom, and Square Enix that could be potential acquisition targets. That being said, Japanese companies are often seen as more difficult to acquire due to a number of restrictions in place that prevent foreign corporations from acquiring them outright. With this in mind, it's unlikely that Disney would ever try to buy a Japanese publisher if it ever decided to dive deeper into the video game market. Bringing up those other companies is just a word fill for this article that would never happen. Yes, Disney has released Nintendo Switch exclusive content in the past, like Illusion Island and Dreamlight Valley, but it's not going to exclusively partner with Nintendo, and is definitely not going to buy them. While I think that Disney and Nintendo could be a match made in video game heaven, that's just not going to happen and would severely limit what Disney can do in the future. Look at the Kingdom Hearts games, for example. I could have gotten them for the Switch, but I enjoy them more on my PlayStation 4. And yes, there are games like Illusion Island and Dreamlight Valley that I think are great as Switch exclusives, but I'm not sure that they would have done much better if they were multi-platform. Meanwhile, with the Star Wars games, Marvel games, and other potential future Disney projects, I think EA would be the perfect place for them to land if the Mouse House decides to cannonball into the deep end of the video game market pool. Comment down below with if you agree with me or not. What game studio or studios do you think that Disney should purchase or partner with? Was I right or wrong in my assessment? And do you think that Disney should get more into gaming, period? Let me know in the comments section. Also, please share this video around to everyone you know, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the little bell to be notified every time we post brand new content. I've been Troy from Arcs on Games, and we'll see you next time.